Welcome to the Hidden Driveway Show. I'm your host, Amu, and then joining me today we have a very special guest, Orange, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, what's up? I'm Orange. I'm not really sure what to say, except this is my first interview, so that's pretty awesome. Glad to be here today.
I'm glad to have you on today. I've been wanting to do it anyway, but listening to your music in preparation for this has made me way more excited to do it. I've had
I'm
2019 and
glad to.
Augie on loop the last couple of
Oh,
days.
cool. Nice. I'm glad to hear it.
I want to sample Augie. I feel like that'd be a really cool cloud rap sample.
Man, go ahead. I love sampling. I think it's just a great thing and everyone should do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right, well, to get us started, is there anything that you would like to talk about?
I kind of had this on my mind going in here, but I've just been listening to the new Charli XCX album, Rat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of wondering if it was going to be good or not, since I was like kind of lukewarm on Crash from 2022. So I feel like this album is a really great return to what I really like about Charli XCX, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of I guess pop music being than the mainstream stuff you usually hear on the radio. But I really loved how I'm feeling now from 2020. So it's cool to hear kind of a return to form to that with this, you know.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite song off Brat?
Ooh, that's kind of hard because I haven't listened too many times over yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd say I really I might say something stupid. I think that's a cool kind of ballad attempt from
Mm-hmm.
Charlie. And then I also really like So I, because tribute to Sophie,
Yeah.
and I love Sophie. Man, I've been listening to her for a long time. Yeah, I think both those are my two favorites right now. Oh, Sympathy is a Knife. That's also a good one.
That's the third song, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've only given it one full listen to so far, but Talk Talk, dude. Oh, that's my
Talk.
favorite.
Actually, why did I not list that on my favorites? I love that one. I'm a remix that one.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see that coming out.
I think I saw you talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I think it was in the
I,
secret server.
ooh, Truth be told, the only albums by her I've really given a proper where I know all the songs would be How I'm Feeling Now, and then Charlie, kind of. But I only really listened to the first song off the album. The one that's I go hard, I go hard. I love that one.
I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of where I'm at too. Charlie, the album is really good. It's just it's more mainstream pop than How I'm Feeling Now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel the less features a Charlie album has, the more I'm into it. I don't know why. That's just how it is.
Yo, didn't Dylan Brady do most of the production for How I'm Feeling Now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember reading a Wikipedia about it or something, but they were Charlie got a bunch of advice from Dylan Brady and Laura Les while making the album, and that's kind of what made it so, I guess, experimental sounding. But I'm so happy that they did kind of intervene and help out with the album, because
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be, I don't think it would be what it is if they didn't.
I thought it was funny they said intervene. You're no, stop, stop.
Well, I used the wrong word.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
trying to
just
stop
help
Crash from
out with
happening.
it. Yeah, no, actually, they should have intervened in that, man. Crash, it's just mid. So I'm sorry. It's just my genuine feeling
Yeah,
on it.
plus that came out at the same time as I think Things with Wings by Eric DOA. Have you listened to that?
Oh, you know, I gotta be honest. I've not listened to a lot of Eric DOA. I need to tap in.
Okay, cause
I've listened to a bit of his latest album, DOA,
mhm.
because my friend was like, "It's really good, man. You have to listen to it." And I listened to a bit of it, and I thought, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as Glaive in my opinion, but still really good.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah, but I guess I have to listen to more of
Yeah,
him.
no, because I love Eric's earlier stuff, and then I like what he's doing now. But in 2022, he just fell off like hard, and it was like Crash came out, and then Things with Wings, or maybe it was the other way around, but it was like really close together, and it's just two like boring pop albums by hyper pop artists, and it's like y'all can be so much better. So I don't know why they chose to like go do that, and then it flopped, and then he went back to doing like hyper pop
Yeah,
again.
I think it's because it's they do something that like gets them an audience, and then they want to keep on doing that to grow that audience, but they don't realize that they're kind of pigeonholing themselves. But yeah, I'm a big fan of when artists just kind of like not ignore their fans, but just like do what they want to do.
Yeah, and
Get
speaking
crazy with
of
it.
doing what you wanted to do, so you released Ten Ager, your third album in August of 2023, and it feels like a big step up from what you've done previously. So I was
Yeah,
wondering,
yeah.
what was the process of working on it like, and what does it mean to you personally? Because I think the title is really interesting,
Process of
and like the
working
themes of
on it.
it.
Wow. I mean, I feel like every one of my albums is kind of a mess. Um, like in the best way possible though. Like it's just it kind of grows out of like an idea, but then the idea keeps on getting shifted. And so that's like why like some of them don't sound as cohesive as I like, or like in my mind they don't sound as cohesive as I would like them to. But teenager, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I guess it's just like based around experiences that I kind of had like while I was making it. Like, I mean, that's like a really, it's a really like kind of stereotypical thing to say, but if I'm gonna be honest, that's what happened while I was making it. So
And were there any maybe like production influences you had for that project? Because I feel like
production
it's a lot more like
influences,
rock influenced
yeah,
than like your previous
I
stuff.
do, I do have a lot of influences for that. Actually, I don't know if the fans the fans know this, but I put like an inspiration playlist for every album that I make on Spotify. So that's kind of like how like I keep track of like just what inspired it.
Hmm.
So I was listening to a lot of Tyler Burkhart. I don't know if you know him, but I was listening to a lot of him. He's kind of a small artist, so I'm not surprised you don't know him. But he's kind of like this like folk artist, I
Hmm.
guess, that I just like was listening to a lot in like the fall of 2022, I think. And he's really good. Like, I mean, he's a small artist, but he deserves the world, man. He's got some great music, and it's really like it's kind of soft, It's like it's not like all up in your
Hmm.
business, like some of the other albums I listen to, but it's quite good. I definitely recommend him. Let's see what else. I got a lot of Sufjan Stevens.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, specifically Carrie and Lowell. I was just loving that album at the time, and I'm loving it now too. I mean, he's kind of timeless, if I'm gonna be honest. Let's see what else. This guy called Owen. Actually, you know American football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Owen is like the solo project of Mike Kinsella, the lead singer of
Hmm.
American football. And I've been following that for quite some time, but I really love his solo project. It's Midwest emo, but I feel like as he's done more albums, he's kind of like he's doing it with more of a like mature approach to life, and I really dig that. I really like that.
Yeah, I didn't know he had solo stuff out, so I definitely have to check that out because I like their first album a lot. I think I talked
Tap
about this
in.
in the Kevin Got Swag interview, but I need to listen to more of their stuff because he's like Kevin's a big American football fan, and I only
Ooh,
really know their first album. I know they have the two other ones. I've heard the third one for some reason, not the second one. I don't know why, but I need
third
to
one's really good.
I need to get back into those.
Second one is too. Just I think I think the second one is like generally more hated on by American football fans, which is a shame because it's like quality songs from them, but like I guess they're just like a lot of them are like it's not the same as the first album. It's not like the good old days.
Hmm.
It's not like Midwestern America, late '90s.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like that's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing though, because it's like if you make the same thing, and it's like, well, we already did this. You don't need to do that again. And then if they
Yeah,
move on, then
exactly.
it's like, go back to the old sound. Like you can't win, so you just have to do whatever
That's
you
why I'm
want,
glad
and then hope people like
they
it.
kind of like just went and did their own thing.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it's not that different from the first album ways, but it's definitely, it's better quality, more refined.
Hmm.
I think it's a great album.
What do you think your like jumping the shark moment would be if you made like a song and then your fans are just like, mm-mm.
Oh, like, what do you?
If you like went like way outside of what you usually did, what do you think that would be if people were just like, nah, it's not it?
Oh, that's probably what I'm making next. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, I'm like my fan base, assuming I have any. Um,
But you got
just
one right here, so.
yeah, I got one. I got one. I thank you for that. But like, just don't expect anything because like, I'm always doing like just crazy stuff. I try not to be a hypocrite. I try to follow my advice of like, just do whatever makes you happy. Like, do whatever you want. In music. So the next project is gonna be a whole lot different. That's something I can promise.
Hmm. Right, something else that's different though. So your music's great, but if you look at your Instagram, it's very clear that you're super talented at drawing as well. So I was wondering, how did you first get into like art slash like drawing?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's like that goes way back, That goes back to like when I was a kid. like um I mean, I've always like liked art. I guess I started taking it more seriously when I started pursuing animation in 2019. And that was through a website that,
Hmm.
most of us are familiar with. I think, it's been mentioned on here few times, but
Yeah, I
good
didn't
old
want to air you out, so.
Scratch scratch.mit.edu.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was definitely like that was a big stepping stone for me. I mean, it's definitely in the past. Like I'm not like trying to promote anything that's there now. But I'm glad I had that whole experience because that was definitely like that was a big step in just getting my art to where I wanted it to be and kind of growing in it.
Hmm.
I used to do a lot of digital art, but like now, as you can see on my Instagram, it's like mostly just like kind of doodles, I guess, like collage type pieces. Yeah, that's uh that's like short story short of like
Hmm.
how I got to this point.
Yeah, and was there like a, because was music always part of your life too, or was that like something that came later? Because like for me, that's how it was, but it might be different for you.
Um, Music, I've always like loved music. Like I've always really appreciated it, and like I can remember like, being in middle school, like listening to like 80s music on my MP3 player, like like doing just like all this like just listening to like stuff that other people around me wouldn't be listening to. I didn't care, man. And like I look back on it now, I'm like, wow, that's really normal music compared to what I listen to now. But still, I've kind of like always had an appreciation for like the weirder side of music, I guess. And I can thank my dad for that. He's been kind of like a big musical inspiration in my life since he played the drums and he, has his band.
Hmm.
But that's always inspired me.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, because something I think I was told once, but I don't know if it's true or not. But did Bootleg meet you through Scratch?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
Nah, I gotta thank that dude, man. Like he introduced me to this whole community, man. I wouldn't be on a collective if it weren't for him. I wouldn't have known you if it weren't for him. Or maybe I would have, I don't know. Maybe we would have crossed
I
paths
think through
somehow.
the Scratch stuff, maybe.
Yeah, but definitely, yeah, like I met him like I think like early 2020. Yeah, That's so funny. I was making like the shadiest music at that time, and like sometimes somehow he was into it. I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah, because from what I remember, I think you said he found something you'd posted on Scratch and like sampled it and then reached out to you or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I remember. So this is like deep, deep cut. I don't even like remember like the name of this program now. I think it was like Raspberry Pi. No, 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 no. It's like this weird like music making program where you code like the sounds. Like you, it's kind of like it's kind of like a tracker program, but
Hmm.
not. Oh man, I don't even remember the name of it now. But I was like making like some just like chip tune stuff on that, and like he, I don't know, he really liked it, and he was like he wanted the samples from it. So I remember like putting it up on SoundCloud and making it so, that anyone can download this,
Hmm.
just sending it to him. But like I guess that was like the first musical musical collaboration in quotes that we did.
Yeah, it's just so crazy how everything like I know Young Tay Tay, who I'm planning on having on here at some
Yeah,
point whenever we can get the timing set up for it.
shout out Young Tay Tay. Oh my god.
When Indigo first released, which is one of Bootleg's like older projects. Um,
I'm a big Indigo fan.
um, but I know Jaden found it like the moment that he had posted it on Bandcamp. Like it popped up, and you know how it has like the just released like tab where it'll
Yeah,
show
yeah,
like yeah
yeah.
like he found it on there, and that's like how we all know him, which is just so like crazy because it's like if he had gone on the
That's
website like 10 minutes later, like I don't know if we would all know him now.
that's actually crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it's just like it's just so many little like coincidences, which I think is so cool.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I found him found Nick through Scratch, because like if I didn't, then I wouldn't, like, I simply wouldn't be like making the music that I do now, and I wouldn't have met y'all, and that's tragic. you
Hmm.
know, I wouldn't want to be without you guys.
I'm so like I'm genuinely scared of like what I'd be doing now because I think if it weren't for Links Club, like I was so stubborn I wouldn't look at tutorials, and if like Hagen hadn't stepped in and like told me like what to do and how to do things and like helped me like collab on stuff, like I don't think I ever would have, not ever would have, but like I would have improved like way slower. I think.
Yeah. Um yeah, the at the speed of which I've like improved in producing and making music in the past 4 years is like, I don't want to brag, but it's pretty mind-blowing. Like I just like I said before, I can remember like myself making like, music on this unknown program, because I'm forgetting the name, but like I was just making music on there, and it was really bad. It was like it was just not good, if I'm being honest. But I'm thankful for it anyway.
Hmm.
Got me here.
Yeah. And on the topic of drawings, what were some of your favorite cartoons as a kid?
Cartoons, ooh, yeah. Well, like it's not like a cartoon, but I guess it's like the first thing I think of, like when like talking about like art, or
Well,
like comic
it can be
strips.
comic strips, it can be like TV shows, like whatever.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Dude,
I love Calvin and Hobbes, man. I like still read those strips because it's just inspiring, I mean, like it's like first of all, it's hilarious. I love Calvin and Hobbes. It's like just a great concept in general, but like some of like I remember looking at some of the panels as a kid, and I'm just like, wow, these are beautiful. Like
yeah.
when they're out in the forest or like near a pond and like exploring, I just love it. It's like
Did
so
you have
pretty.
the like 4 volumes? Did you have those?
Yep. Okay, wait. I got him right next to me right now. Attack of the Deranged Mutant Killer Monster Snow Goons. Yep. Weirdos from Another Planet. Got that. Something Under the Bed is Drooling. Got that. Yukon Ho. Got that. Yep.
Oh, I was talking. Okay, so the ones I have are these like orange books that are like maybe like this thick. and it has
Oh,
like
really?
all the comics like throughout the 4 volumes.
Oh, dang. I guess I'm missing out. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I've never come across this. I just have like the collections of certain comic strips kind of compiled
Hmm.
into. I don't know what brand of book this is or like what publishing company, but
Yeah, I would reread those like over and over again as a kid, and I finally
they are so good.
when there was a storm here a few weeks ago, so I didn't have power for 3 days, and I finally picked them up again. It was just like, wow, this is awesome. Like
Yeah,
I didn't forget how good they were, but I was surprised how much I was still enjoying them as like an adult. I don't know. I said
they're
adult in
like
quotes because I'm 19, but like it was just weird, like revisiting and being like, this is just as good as I remember it being.
Calvin and Hobbes is like the perfect comic for any age. I'm gonna be honest. Like there's a lot of comic strips that are good for any age, but I think Calvin and Hobbes, like out of all of them, that's the one that's just like most. Um, I guess I'm missing the word, but you know
Like Universal.
everyone loves it. And like I think there's some like great lessons that I learned from it too. Like I can't remember now, but like I'm pretty sure like there's like these little like tangents that Hobbes would go off on, like talking about life.
Or like when they're on the
Um,
wagon.
yeah, like when they're on the wagon, or like I've like this vague memory of like the comic strip where they were like kind of like by the bus stop in the snow and they were waiting for like the bus to come, and I think like Hobbes was just going on like this whole tangent about life and stuff. I don't know, but it's meaningful for
Hmm.
anyone. I think anyone can find something to love in Calvin and Hobbes.
It's just so like magical. I don't. Also, I don't know why. When I was a kid, I didn't realize that Hobbs like wasn't real. I thought it was like a Toy Story situation.
That's funny. That's funny. I not to brag, but I did realize that Hobbes wasn't real
Man,
because I was such a smart little kid, and then something happens to me somewhere, and here I am now.
I was always really bad at like detecting like when a plot twist would happen in movies and stuff. Like, I would always get surprised by it.
That's funny.
Back to your music though. So a lot of it could be described as ambient, which puts the listeners in a relaxed state of mind. So I was wondering, what does your ideal happy place look like?
Oh, ideal happy place? I guess like the first thing that comes to mind is just Vermont. I've like some extended family who lives there, and like we went up there for summers as I was a kid, and man, summer in Vermont is like incredible. I love I love Vermont. I love Lake Champlain, Orange reference, but it's like that's why I named my debut that,
Hmm.
because just that area up there, incredible. Really just peaceful and just serene. It's nice. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of heaven on earth for me.
Hmm. And I guess it'll, because Gwen wanted me to ask this, but what was the reason for like Idyllwild's name?
It's an actual place, believe it or not. it's it's in the San Antonio Mountains, so it's kind of mid California. Well, like Southern California.
Hmm.
That is another happy place for me. Idyllwild, really beautiful up there, like San Benito Mountains area. That's just really pretty, and so that's kind of like where the inspiration came from. That I'm just like appreciating nature.
Hmm.
I feel like us as humans, we can do a lot more to appreciate nature. It's just like this amazing God given thing that we're just kind of missing out on. But that's kind of the whole point of that album.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple, but it's true.
Yeah, I think my happy place would be there's this park in Austin called Peace Park that I'll go to. Like I'm in Houston now, but when I'm in Austin for school, I go there all the time. It's you see me post about it, but it's like the park where there's like the huge net where there's like a hole in the ceiling and there's like the big troll.
I'm glad Texas isn't all hell. So, so that's good to hear.
Yeah, I'm so tempted because it's like a 2.5 hour drive, but I want to drive down there at some point over the summer just to go like visit. because like that's like my favorite place ever.
I'll have to. Oh, I don't know if I want to go to Texas, but if I find the chance, I'll go to
Hmm.
Peace Park. But Texas, like Florida, I'm just
It's not as
staying
bad as you're
away from those
picturing, I swear.
places. Yeah, but like I can imagine like living time. I don't know.
Yeah, the summers here are bad
Yeah,
though. It's like
especially
90
that.
outside right now.
That's like it's intense.
All right, something a little less intense, right? So your name is Orange, which begs a pretty important question, I think. What's your favorite fruit?
I'm really sorry to everyone out there who's like, relying on me to say orange, but it's not orange. It's mango. I'm really incredibly sorry. I know this is tragic. Really, it's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, mangoes. I just love mangoes. Like, I feel like who hates mangoes? Like, they're just a good fruit overall. I mean, like if they're like really old and like they're rotten, like yeah, of course they're disgusting. But
Hmm.
like get them at their perfect ripeness. Man, those are mangoes are so good. I love them.
Yeah, I love dried mangoes.
Yeah, dried mangoes. That's where it's at. I feel like I appreciate mangoes. So like dried, just fresh. What other types of mangoes? Like mango smoothie, mango ice cream. I don't care what form it comes in. I love mango.
Yeah,
Maybe I should just change my artist name to like Mango with a J. I think that's a good idea.
that's when you drop your fourth album and then everyone hates you.
Yeah, that's my rebranding stage. It's where I scare off a whole fan base and get a
Hmm.
whole
Okay,
mango lovers unite.
is orange your favorite color then, or is it just not at all?
Yeah, it's my favorite color, definitely. But like it wasn't my favorite color for my whole life, but I feel like it's been my most long-standing favorite color by now, I think.
Hmm.
And then also, I'm a ginger. I'm sorry, but that's like kind of where it came from.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm more of like a blue and purple fan, which I guess makes sense considering the
Ooh,
Amu like squid and whatever.
blue was, yeah, blue. That was my favorite color for a long time. Not as long as orange, but
Hmm.
that's a solid like A tier color right there. I love blue.
Okay, if what's like the worst color then?
The worst color? Ooh, this is a good one. I like this one. I've always kind of just like hated hot pink. I don't want to like sound like blues for boys, pinks for girls, but like like I don't know if I really like hot pink. Like it's too much. I feel like it's yelling at me.
Yeah,
I mean,
or not
I
like a
guess like
neon fan in general then?
well, no, I like neon colors, but like just neon pink. I don't know. I just can't deal with it.
Hmm.
And I guess brown is like there's good shades of browns, but then there's some shades of brown that just like make me mad. So like, it's not good.
Yeah, just like a brown can be really nice. I like when there's like brown like earth tones, but I feel like a lot of times it can be
Yeah,
kind of ugly.
yeah.
Speaking of
That's
earth
like
tones, though, dude, I'm so good at these segues. Dude, don't even. But nature is a very large part of your aesthetic, which you talked about before. And on your YouTube channel, there's a very beautifully shot video about your trip to Wyoming. So I was
oh
wondering,
yeah.
are there any other places you'd like to visit?
Ooh, well I love Wyoming. I'm gonna be honest, I just want to go back to Vermont too. Uh I mean, I feel like there's so many like Midwestern places in America that are just like stunning, really beautiful. Maybe not to like people who live there already, but like, us privileged people on the coast, we really love like kind of like that, American Midwest vibe, that whole thing going on. So, yeah, if I could visit more places in the Midwest, I feel like I'd really like that. Or just like live down there for a year, just like, immerse myself. But yeah, I really love like that whole Midwestern America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never been actually. That's like the one part of the U.S. I haven't visited is that whole area. So
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like it escapes everyone, you know? If you don't live there, then you never so I gotta make it a goal to go there sometime.
mm-hmm.
Play a show there. I don't know. Do something crazy.
Go crazy, go stupid.
Exactly. Oh
Um,
man. I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but
no, go
I
ahead.
love like I love like old memes, man. I love old like vines and stuff. I'm a millennial in a Gen Z's body. I'm also a white person, so that really helps. But I just love that
Mm-hmm.
all that old humor because it's like it just reminds me of like when I was a kid, you know,
I
just
think
like more innocent stuff.
one of my deepest darkest secrets is that I used to watch like hour long, like I think it was Rob Thomas. I would watch like hour long compilations of his vines.
Nah, we've all been there. We've all been like, I mean, come on, you can't tell me that you didn't watch like a Vine compilation of like different people like Bo Burnham and Thomas Sanders when you
Oh,
were
that's what I meant.
younger.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know who Rob Thomas is.
Who
I,
is Rob
I
Thomas?
don't
That's like
know.
this
I don't
guy,
know where I got that name from, but I meant
Rob
Thomas Sanders.
Thomas. Rob Thomas is an American singer songwriter and multi instrumentalist.
Not that guy. Not that guy.
Yeah, not that guy.
He was not making vines.
Maybe I don't know. Oh, he's 52. Yeah, probably
Probably,
not.
probably not.
It's your average millennial in their 50s. Yeah.
No, I don't. Well, no, I don't know about
How's
that one.
that?
It's like my dad's age. He's Gen X.
Yeah, no, I wasn't being serious about that.
Hmm.
I'm not uninformed people.
All right, something I want to inform you about though. So I lost to Cameron
Ooh.
Show on the last episode, and I need to reclaim my honor because I'm on a two-person losing streak right now, and I cannot make that three. Okay,
Hey,
that being
I'm
said though,
ready.
for Orange Nation though, because Orange Cake Mix lost, so maybe I don't want to lose, but for him you might have to beat me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I love orange cake mix. This is for him.
All right, that's 2 out of 3, and then close your eyes. 'Cause there's like a little delay.
All right.
All right, rock, paper,
Rock, paper,
scissors,
scissors,
shoot.
shoot.
Ooh, let's go, let's go. I
Oh,
got one.
dang. All right.
All right, rock, paper,
Paper,
scissors, shoot.
scissors, shoot.
Oh, you beat me. Uh oh. Uh
Ooh.
oh. Uh oh. Okay.
All right, all right.
Rock,
Rock,
paper,
paper,
scissors, shoot.
scissors, shoot.
Let's go! Yeah!
Oh no!
Oh! Back on my winning streak. Back on my winning streak.
It's all over. It's all over for me. It's all over for me. It's raps, as Elijah B would say. I'm done.
um, maybe if your name starts with an O, you're like predisposed to losing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I'm kind of like, I was on and off for rock paper scissors as a kid. And so like sometimes I'd just be like winning, like straight up. Like, you know how like they'd have like those big rock paper scissors shoes tournaments where like if you won, like the person like starts following you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then yeah, then you like win more. But like I had like oh I had a whole line behind me at one, and then like other times I lose first round. So like I guess like some days I'm just feeling it. Some days I'm not. Some days I'm ready to do some mind games, and then other
Hmm.
days I just like I'm succumbing to their mind games. You know.
Yeah, unfortunately, viewers, I hate to break it to you, it's all luck. There's no skill. Except
Yeah,
except
that's
when
true.
Elijah did it. But if I beat him that first time, then I could have won.
Elijah is scary, man. I would not want to play him in rock paper versus scissors. Why did I say rock paper versus scissors?
They're tag teaming. Um, I need to make a. I talked about this in his, or maybe in Cameron's video, which hasn't come out yet when I'm recording this. But
Mm.
I need to make a chart where I like get a bunch of data, and I'm like, if your name is this long, then you're more likely to win, or these letters are more likely to win, or something like that. I don't know.
Ooh,
I'd have to
wow.
have enough. I'd have to have enough data to like do that though, because you're gonna be
You're
the
getting there.
16th
Getting
guest.
there.
Yeah.
16th. Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Sweet 16. What I'm talking about?
Technically, you're the 18th if I count the live interview, but I don't know if I count that because
Oh,
that's not like a full video.
yeah, that's true.
All right, moving on. Then you talked about this album a little bit earlier, but well, I know you're not particularly fond of your debut, Lake Champlain. Your artistic progression has been really interesting to see. So, how would you say you've evolved your sound and improved your music over the years?
Well, I guess you could say I'm not fond of my debut, but like I'm trying to find peace with, it, you know?
Hmm.
Like there's some tracks on there that I genuinely like enjoy. Like I still think Trees, like that's a really solid ambient track. And then the one that comes right after that, Ubiquitous, I still really like that one. I think it's just like some crazy electronic bullshit that sounds pretty good. And then there's some other ones on there too, like Disarranged Vermont. That one's pretty good.
Hmm.
But like I guess like just the reason I don't like it is like in my eyes, or I guess ears, like I hear of it and I just like immediately think of like what an amateur I was. just like just putting random stuff in Ableton and trying to make it work.
That's how we all start, though. I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. But then I realized that like, me in like 5 years, he's gonna be looking back at me now. What an amateur making ambient music, right? Get a load of this guy. So, it's just you're constantly growing, whether you like it or not. You're just gonna, if you really love something, you're always gonna be, working at it and getting better at it. And if you hate something that you made in the past, then that's a really good sign that you're growing and you're getting better at that thing.
Yeah, I agree. Um, I hate artists where they like disown their older music, or they take it down because they've gotten better. Because the whole point is like you can't get there if you don't have the older stuff. So like, why take it down?
Chain remover, chain remover, chain remover.
Yeah.
I love Jane. Like, I don't know if I can forgive the Teen Week. I'm sorry, that's just not something that I'm gonna be able to
Yeah,
forgive.
you know what's so crazy? That's been abridged twice because the first version of it was I think it was just like I think it was just Home Switch and Woodside Gardens. I think that was it.
Really?
I think so, but it was only on SoundCloud, or it might have been 52 Blue Mondays and Woodside Gardens, because Home Switcher had a whole issue. There was like a copyright claim on it, so they couldn't have it up on our SoundCloud for a bit. But like, it only had two tracks, and then people were like, "Do what the heck?" So then she put two more back in.
Yeah, I've been there since the Delete Zeke days. So like I remember like the original. I remember like I don't know how it happened, but I just like came across her SoundCloud just like randomly one day, and I was like listening to it, and I was like, wow, this is really annoying, but also it slaps. Because like I guess at that time I wasn't really into like digicore stuff and like
Hmm.
kind of like bladey type sounding stuff, but it really grew on me. It really grew on me. So I was there for like all of that, and I remember like I don't know if you remember the old like how to lie cover, like how to lie like cover when it first came out, but it was like this.
Oh,
I don't know.
of
I
a
really
room,
love that
right?
cover. It was like, yeah, it was like this room with a fan, and then it was
Yeah,
just like immediately cut, and there was like just this picture of like a sunset next to it. But I love that cover. I don't know why, but it really just like invokes something in me. I don't know.
yeah.
um,
Little flex I have about that song. I don't know if you were there, but do you know about like the Planet Zero Summer Solstice Festival?
yes,
Were you there
yeah.
at that?
I wasn't there. That's like something I'll forever regret. But I was at Winter Solstice. I was at Winter Solstice.
Okay, because that Summer Solstice, she previewed that song, and I think it dropped like that night. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got to hear it first. But that whole day, I think that was like low key. That's like probably one of the most important days of my life. I think because I was there with Pastoria, and we were just
Mm.
so like unbelievably inspired. Like after that, we sat there for the entire day, like listening to everyone's sets.
Yeah, like it's really inspiring to hear like just like what has grown out of COVID and the like digital music scene. It's just insane. Like it's it's crazy. And I guess like it seems more small now that we're like 2 years into like things being back to normal. But like at the time, I feel like to everyone it just felt so big, you know. Winter Solstice. I don't know if you were there, but
Yeah, I was there
that was
too.
also great. That was an awesome day, man. I love listening to all those sets. That's where I got introduced to Carbine, or how do you say their name? Yeah, Carbine.
Yeah.
You know 'em? Yeah, I'm. Oh, they finally released their album. Yo, I did not know that they were okay. Basically, they were teasing this album for a long time, and they were just like not putting it out. Like they were just like delaying it, and I guess it's finally out, so I have to. But yeah, Carbine really good. I love like they had, of course, they had like the stupid like mashups and stuff, but they're like more serious songs that they've been doing recently. Super good, super good.
Hmm. I only know their Dariacore stuff, so I'll definitely have to check that out after this is
Yeah,
over.
Dariacore,
Yeah.
Dariacore. I love Dariacore. Man, such a such a great thing.
Hmm. And then back
I
to the
have a
question. Oh, never mind. What were you gonna say?
my mind. I was just gonna say I have a question for you. What's your favorite Dariacore? One, two, or three?
Uh, okay. Truth be told, I've only heard the first Dariacore, and that was like a long
Oh,
time ago, so I don't remember it that well. But my
that's too
favorite
bad.
Dariacore like style project would be We Pop by Tic Tac Toe, if
Mm,
you know that one.
I don't think I've listened to that.
I like that one a lot because they have like a lot of their own samples they like using. Like they use the Porter Robinson like musician chops in it a lot,
Mm.
and like Owl City and like a bunch of other cool stuff. So I'm a big fan of that album.
I'm a big fan of Dariacore 3. It was a great send off.
And then I haven't heard Grave Robbing yet either.
Yeah, I haven't heard of all of Grave Rob. I really have to tap into it. I listened to the first song when it came out and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so good. I got to listen to this." And then I never did. I just
Hmm.
never listened to it. So I have to find some time. I have to find some time.
Hmm. And then back to the question that I asked initially, how do you say your music has like changed or like improved over time?
Well, like I was saying, like a big part of it being less amateur at it, just getting better and having like a, I guess, professional approach to it. But I'll definitely say with my first album, I was like I was really into breakcore at that time. I was really just like into the weirdest shit you could find. Like I don't know if you've heard of Nero's Day at Disneyland.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Crazy stuff. That was the first artist that got me into breakcore. Forever thankful that I found them because man, that shit is that is wild. It is really just crazy. And then I went to finding Patricia Taxon, and then I also found like Aphex Twin. That's a rite of passage for everyone. Then I went to Square Pusher. Let's see who else. Heck, I don't know if you've heard of him.
Mm-mm.
Me and Devin have talked about him a bit. Let's see who else. Tecker.
Hmm.
Um, Musique, just crazy like electronic stuff. So that was kind of like behind the inspiration of my first album, and that's why it sounds like such a mess because I was just like listening. I was listening to everything at once. I was taking in all these different inspirations and just trying to mash it together into something. And so yeah, that's that's why my first project is so chaotic. And then, like after that, I kind of realized that, I have to tone it down. I have to like be, I guess, a bit more normal with my approach. That's kind of how Idyllwild happened because it's like I was just like, I got to focus on something. I got to make a cohesive project. So I just started listening to like a lot of ambient stuff in the I think summer 2022. So Tim Hecker, Boards of Canada. Who else? C418. I mean, that's classic. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Benoit Pilliard, I think. Awesome ambient artist. And then Robin Guthrie, definitely. yeah, just listening to a lot of ambient music. That really inspired Idyllwild. But yeah, I mean, I feel like definitely like how I progress in music is just like reflecting what I'm listening to, because like what I'm listening to, it's always inspire me to make different stuff. I'm not trying to copy anything to, but I'm definitely just trying to explore, you know, explore all the opportunities.
Hmm. So one of my favorite songs of yours, which appears on Ten Ager, is 2019, and I was wondering, what
Really?
was your
Wow.
yeah? No, I was listening to it a bunch earlier. I think I said that at the start of the
2019
interview.
fan over here.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of "Knees" by Injury Reserve a little bit, like how it starts. Um,
Oh, wow. That is I was not expecting that that wow, knees by injury reserve. Really?
no, because you know how that song's like "Bow, bow," and it like pauses, then you have the "Bow, bow,
Yeah,
bow,
no.
bow." Yeah.
I guess I can see it.
But
Wow, that's
what I wanted to ask was what was life for you like in 2019?
2019, man. Just a lot more simple. You know, I feel like that can be said for, I feel like the COVID like made us all kind of like grow up, and just like maybe realize that not everything is sunshine and rainbows. But I guess I don't know. I just feel like if I were to like describe my life before COVID, that's like part one, and after COVID, that's like part two. I don't know. It was just a big change. So 2019, I guess it's not that dissimilar from what's going on in my life right now, but it still feels a lot different.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess in a way it's kind of similar for me because that was a very like transitional time in my life because I was going from eighth grade to high school, and then
Mm,
now I'm in college, so and having to learn how to be like an adult and having all these new experiences. So they're both kind of
yeah,
transitional times for me, like then and
yeah,
now.
definitely like hit a lot of people in a time that would be a change already. So kind of double whammy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like if you're the class of 2020 watching this, like I'm so sorry. Like y'all did not deserve that.
Yeah, I feel so bad for them. I feel really bad for them. Yeah, that's it's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, I guess kind of lucky because it happened my freshman year. So I missed my sophomore year like entirely because of COVID, and then I got my
Mm,
junior year with masks, and then senior year was like normal. So like I still got like most of my high school experience.
that's good. Yeah, it cut out like part of everyone's experience. But that's just how it goes. I'm hoping we don't have another worldwide pandemic for a while.
Yeah, hopefully we know how to deal with it better next time, but like I doubt it.
I mean, yeah, we're probably not because us humans, we're just like, something bad happens and then it's just like alarms sounding and everyone just like just going crazy. I feel like our world is. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's just like it makes it a lot more problematic when like just like tough worldwide situations arise to like solve them because we're all trying to do our own thing, you
Yeah.
know.
And plus people are gonna be like, masks, not again. And it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's definitely something I'd be scared for. And then there's always going to be like those crazy people who are like, I'm saying this is the end of the world. This is a sign that the end times are coming. This is what they were talking about in Revelations, guys. It's all over.
I mean the
Um,
world ended 12 years ago, so
yeah, it did. Yeah, yeah. 2012, great movie. Never watched it.
me neither. I didn't know there was a 2012 movie at all, so
There is. I'm pretty sure, right? Yep, 2012, 2009 film. I've been like searching up things during this interview. I just like people also ask, why did 2012 get bad reviews?
uh-oh.
I
So
don't know.
maybe
I
I
don't
don't want to
know.
watch it.
Yeah, maybe because the world didn't end in 2012. Then that might have been the reason.
I put a stop to it. That's why. When I was
Not
7.
true to life.
Anyways, So while you tend to make music by yourself, ODBQ played some guitar for Ten Ager, and you have an entire noise rock EP of Bootleg. So what was the process of working on Orange Noise like, and are there any other artists you'd like to work with in the future?
Yeah. So Orange Noise, that was great. I'm so glad that came together. I mean, yeah, it just came from like nowhere, man. I don't remember who like prompted it, like me or Nick, but actually, wait, no, I think it was him because he was like talking about Lake Champlain. And I like this just like noisy stuff you're making, and like I was like, yeah, I really like that too. And like we were talking about bands such as like Lightning Bolt, just like these like power noise rock duos. And so like it was a very inspired project, I guess, by those types of bands and duos. But I'm really glad it came out as like good as it did because I'm gonna be honest, like compared to him, I'm a really amateur musician. Like the technical stuff that Nick is able to pull off is just incredible. It's really, really mind blowing. But yeah, I'm just, I'm, I'm lucky to have him because his drums carried that project really. I mean, I'm proud of some of the producing I did on there too, like some like the kind of like weird like guitar manipulation parts, but that was a good experience to have making that project. I'm still proud of it to this day.
Also, can I just
I
say he
mean,
tells me all the time how much of like a genius you are for that project. Like he tells me I don't forget his right, but you like swung a mic between like two amps or something.
oh yeah, yep, yep. I did that. That's the intro song. I was feeling crazy that day, man. I took I took like my amp and then I think I took my computer too. And then what else? I took like an iPad that we had lying around in like the house I was living in, and I just like just turned all of them up to full volume. I started swinging my iPhone between them, which is like that's kind of the joy of being an amateur. Just do wild stuff, and good things happen. So, genius or amateur, you can decide, but I'm happy either way. I just make crazy stuff for people to listen to.
Yeah, I've always really loved that project, and I feel like you got the cover. I think Nick did the cover. I think you got it down really good because to me it sounds like I don't know how to describe it, but it sounds like if somebody was like doodling but in music form.
Yeah, no, we both worked on the cover. I sent him like some pictures. I did like a few like I did some edits in Procreate. I don't know if you know that program, but I used that for that, and I just sent him photos and stuff.
Hmm.
But it was kind of just like a back and forth,
Yeah,
you know, process for making that album cover, which is like it's a weird album cover.
I think it fits perfectly though.
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely think it does.
And then back to my initial question: are there any other artists you'd love to work with? Whether it's just like one song, a whole project, like whatever.
Anyone. I mean, I'm really happy to like work with like any of my friends. Like just like new people I meet too. Like I feel like collaborating gives me an opportunity to just like do a really different style of music. Cause like a big thing that I want to do all the time is just do like every genre of music. Do like just completely different things that I want than what I'm focusing on for a project. So I think collaboration is a great opportunity to just like reach out and do different stuff with different people. So like Porcelain, you interviewed him a while ago.
Hmm.
I might be doing some stuff on his album. Might be doing some stuff on his album that's coming this November. I don't wanna leak it, but it's uh it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Or I imagine it's gonna be pretty good. I'm not trying to like listen to it
No,
before it
I've
comes
I've
out.
gotten to hear it in full. So
Mm,
if it's what I think you're
yeah,
talking about, it's really good. So
yeah. I'm not. I'm a fan of like listening when they come out. So I've restrained myself from into the league. Although I have like listened to like a bit of it because
hmm.
let's be honest, I'm not that good at restraining myself. But yeah, super good stuff. and then collaborate with you. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'd
Just
be.
send me a beat sometime.
I'm trying to think because I want to work with more people that in not just like a rapping way, like in terms of
Mhm.
like making a song with someone rather than like sending them the beat and then they use it or something. So I'd love to do that because I need to like get out of my comfort zone more.
And then also I'm working with everyone in Starforum.
Yeah,
Go follow, go go listen to all that music because it's a great collective. What can I say? Um, we're only on our way up. That
hmm
it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big someday. I'm telling you.
now I know you'll have the. I know
Um,
you can't talk much about, it, but I know there's that Starform album that's in the works. So I'm really excited for that.
yeah, yeah. I'm not really included that much in that because I was kind of like I was like kind of outside the label when that was starting up. But
Because you joined
I
later,
think
right?
but there is one beat on there that has that stuff on. That's all I'm gonna say for now because I don't know how secretive Carter is about that.
My rule for that kind of stuff is if I don't know anything about it, then like it's a secret. So
And then also potentially Orange Noise Volume 2. I don't want to excite the hardcore like Monty fans too much,
mhm.
but like sometime in the future, yeah, I think that might be coming. I'm we'll see.
Okay, and then I have another question prepared, but you kind of just answered all of it. So maybe if you want to elaborate more on any of it, but at the end of 2023, you made an Instagram post detailing what your musical plans for 2024 were, which included an EP with Porcelain, Orange Boys Volume 2, and a brand new solo album from you. So is there anything that you want to talk about regarding those?
I love Porcelain Man, but he's got to work. He's got to work on what he what I sent him.
That's what they told me
It's
yesterday too.
been it's been so long, man. It's been so long since I sent him the original files. But like I get it, man. He's a genius. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. He's like doing this crazy stuff that I would never imagine. Like I would never be able to do on my own. But he's in his own lane. He's doing all his own stuff. So
Because there's like the
like
Nowhere Kids tape, and then like Mercy Lane
yeah,
and
yeah,
their own
it's pretty
project. So
crazy. But when he gets to it, he gets to it. I'm not that pressed about it. That will come out eventually. I'm pretty
mhm.
sure because he still seems very like or she still seems like very excited about doing it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Let's see, solo album. That's that keeps on shifting. The direction for that one is there is no direction. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just like my other albums, I'm kind of like building up like an inspiration playlist for it. But, like I feel like I put one song in and then a month that song is not inspiring what I'm doing right now. Like I really like that song, but it doesn't sound like anything I'm making.
Mhm.
But I think that's okay. Like I feel like this I don't know, my next album might be a mess, but I'm trying to make it like a really cohesive mess. I know that sounds really stupid.
So is it like Lake Champlain, but like more refined? You would say, like in that sense.
No, it's not even like Lake Champlain. It's I don't know. It's gonna be something different, something completely different than I've done before. Like when I was kind of like starting to think about it, I was kind of thinking like I might move in, like a post rock direction, but it's kind of like shifted over time to like maybe it's like weird pop music, or maybe it's post rock and ambient music, or maybe it's none of those, and I'm pulling out a country album. No, I'm never doing a country album, but you get the gist of it.
hmm
It's a mess right now, but I'm working on it. I'm just doing a bunch of different stuff right now, and it will come together in some way. I'm promising that the fourth album it will be a great one. It will go down in history.
I'll be there. I'll be there whenever
The
it happens.
defining orange album.
As the episode comes to a close, is there anything you'd like to give a shout out to?
Shout out everyone that I've worked with, and everyone that I will work with. So like, I saw Star. That's you. That's porcelain. That's Pastoria. Shout out Pastoria, man. One of the greatest producers in this modern day and age. Shout out Tyler Burkhart. I mentioned him in the episode. But he's really great. Who else I've been listening to recently? Shout out George Clanton. Shout out Sufjan Stevens. Shout out King Cruel. They don't need my shout outs, but I love them as artists. So
The orange shout-out's very credible though.
yeah. I don't know. I love everyone.
This is kind of off topic, but I was calling with Elijah yesterday, and we were like slowing down his songs, and Waste is literally just a George Clanton song, if you slow it down.
Wait, it actually is.
Like
I've been listening to Waste, and I can totally see how that'd be a George. Oh my gosh, I gotta do that.
he gave me the acapella for it. If you want me to send that to you and like do something with it.
Yes, please do. I'm gonna make a George Clanton song out of coming to theaters near you.
Yeah, it's
Or like SoundCloud. I don't know.
I love that song so much. But this interview is not about Elijah
Yeah.
B. But shout out Elijah B.
It might
also,
be. It might be.
Might be. But also shout out Orange. Thank you so much for coming on today. This was really fun to do. All those links will be in the description down below. And this has been the Hidden Driveway Show.
All right. Appreciate it.